Hello students, how are you all? Hope you are fine with the grace of the Almighty God. So students, we are with the new video and I hope that you have already watched the animation which I have already given. And if you have did not watch the animation, go ahead and watch the animation because the link has been already provided you in the group. So I hope that you will watch the animation because the animation will make our explanation far better and also you can understand the explanation. So let's begin. Do you want to know the story time? So let's begin with the story time. So Geza Teleki, okay, Geza Teleki, who is a primatologist, was studying the behavior of the chimpanzees in the Gombe National Park, Tanzania, that is of Congo, Africa, and the Congo is a country's name, and which is in the South Africa, you can say, okay. The scientist was feeling very hungry that time, okay, as he has left all his food in the base camp. So a group of the chimpanzees climbed onto the trees and started eating the green magula fruit. So you know about the character of the chimpanzees, right? The chimpanzees are like similar, it is behaving like humans only, okay? The scientist, okay, took a stick and tried very hard to jump high and get some fruits to for himself. The chimpanzees were observing him as he was struggling. You see, the scientist was trying very hard in order to break, to bring down or to break to get some mavular fruit. Okay, but as you know, there was a you can say that there was a height difference was there. So for this reason, what happened? You can say that the scientist did not was able to take the height. Okay, so when this kind of actions the chimpanzee was noticing, okay, and suddenly the chimpanzee took the mavula fruit and threw on the head of the scientist. So from this habit we can know, though he was just to make the story interesting, I told it true, right? Because but he took a branch of the mavula fruit, that is arms, you can say, that branch of the mavula fruit, and he hanged them. Okay, then the with the kind behavior of the chimpanzee, he was very much astonished. It means he was very much surprised that the chimpanzee also has a kind behavior. As a result, what happened? He came to know the instinctive, you can say, very good behavior of the kind animals. Okay, on the this note only, he took a journey towards the Democratic Republic of Congo. So we will learn about the Democratic Republic of Congo. So the Democratic Republic of Congo is you can say it formerly known as a Zaire. It is located between the 5 degree towards the north and the 10 degree towards the south. You can see this one, right? You can see. So it located between the 5 degree towards the north and the 10 degree towards the south. Okay, you can say, so 5 degree towards the north side and 10 degree towards the south side. I will show you the Democratic Republic of Congo. So right now you straight you can see it is from the 5 degree towards the north side and the south side. In the this is the equator, right? And it is the third biggest African country with the regards to the area after Sudan and Algeria. So in the Africa, okay, it is the third, you can say, biggest country. Okay, third. Okay, in the which position it is in the third biggest African country with the regards to the area wise, if you say, after Sudan and Algeria, right? So it covers area of 23.5 lakh square miles. So what is the total area of this is 23.5 lakh, okay, square miles, you can say. Almost 33% of the country is located at the northern hemisphere. At the northern hemisphere, you see, at the Democratic Republic of Congo, at the 33% of the means you can say is located at the, you can say, at the northern hemisphere. Okay, uh, and the rest of the falls in the southern hemisphere. Only 33 is there. Okay, rest others, the whatever the percentage is there, it falls in the southern hemisphere. Only the 33, only the little part, you can say, only the little part will be in the you can say northern hemisphere. And the what is the total area it has in the northern hemisphere is that 33% only, and rest others in the southern hemisphere. Okay, very large area is in the southern area, right? Very large area, you can see, right? So you can see the means the book or that image also in the page number 2. Okay, so it is bordered by the Central African. So you can see, okay, you can see here it is bordered by the Central African, okay, it is bordered by the Central African hemisphere. It is bordered by the Central African Republic and the South Sudan in the north, Angola and Zambia in south, and the Uganda, you can say in this place, in the Uganda is there, right? You can say find the Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania and Burundi in the east, and the Republic of Congo in the west. You can find these pictures, you can see for the reference in the page number 2. Okay, you see in the page number 2 you will find the pictures, and it will help you to make the understanding better. So please look the page number 2. So let us talk about the main features of the land. If you say about the location, then the Democratic Republic of Congo is located in the Central Africa, and at the equator passes through it. Its capital is Kinshasa, is located on the Congo River, and the Democratic Republic of Congo is almost landlocked country. So you can say it is like a square size, right? You can say that it is like a square size. Okay, Democratic Republic of Congo, it is totally like a square size. Okay, and for that reason only, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the place, I am saying it again and again, is like a square in size. You can see in the book also in the page numbers, you can see 2, right? In the page numbers 2 you can see that you can see on the map my globe also. Okay, in my globe also you can see that Democratic Republic of Congo is a landlocked country. Why it is called landlocked country? Because of its size. Also it is surrounded by all the countries, understood? It cannot escape. Like for example, is India is a landlocked country? No, because you can pass, you can go through the oceans. But you see the Democratic Republic of Congo, ocean is not there, only rivers are there, right? The rivers are there, but the oceans are not there, right? So for this reason it is a totally locked by the other countries. Okay, if they want to go outside also, then they need to enter in the Tanzania, then in the Tanzania only Indian Ocean they will get, right? You can see here on the screen. Okay, Indian Ocean they will get, right? So you see, now I told about the place of the location. Now we will study the relief features of the land. Okay, the relief features of the Democratic Republic of Congo are quite similar to the India. There are 3 mountain ranges, coastal plains, high plateaus and the major valley, and a large river basin called Congo Basin. Okay, so you have already seen this in your book, right? So what is that you can say, you know about the plateaus, right? You know about the plateaus, that plateaus are the, suppose a high area land is there, suddenly the land will become below and the low land will get. Now the high land is called what? Plateau, and the lower land is the plain land only. Suddenly you will go, you will get a higher land, and but you will think that, you will say that it is a mountain or what? No, it is not a mountain actually. The plateaus will be the land which is higher than the other lands, and that is of plain surface is called what? Plateau. So you will know that. Okay, so there are 3 mountain ranges, that is coastal plains are there, high plateaus are there, major valley, and a large river basin called the Congo Basin is there. So in fact, okay, river Congo is regarded as the most important river in the country. Okay, the river along with the tributaries. Now you know what is tributaries, right? The branches of the river is a major mode of transportation and of the extreme economic importance, because you see there is a, why it is so, because it is very tough, okay, to build the roads in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Also, the people are unable to build the roads in the Democratic Republic of Congo because of the dense forest, you can say. Also, mountains, which doesn't allow them to build the forest. As a result, they are unable to build the lands, right? They are unable to build the highways, right? For this reason, the water transport is given much importance. Okay, so the eastern part of the country has many lakes, like Lake Albert is there, Lake Edward is there, and Kivu is there. Since Democratic Republic of Congo lies in the equatorial region, it receives heavy rainfall and throughout the year. The climate is a conducive for the growth of the dense forest and the thick forest, you can see, because thick forest means it will be like one after another you will get tree, and in order to build the railways, in order to build some airways, what you have to do, many abundance amount of the trees you have to cut, right? Abundance means lot of amount, right? So lots of amount of the trees you have to cut. For this reason, people are always preferring to use the waterways, which is very easy to use and also cheap also, right? So what happens, there is a hardly any social, there are hardly any, you can say, soil erosions are there, okay, and the soil is thoroughly nourished by the humus. You may see the word for the reference, okay, or the humus. Okay, what do you mean by humus? Now the word humus means part of the soil which is formed because of the decompositions of the plants. So this is the meaning of the humus. So next, you see, what did you understand by this all? Okay, that the Democratic Republic of Congo is a very rich in mineral resources. Okay, so students, next our topic is climate, okay, which is falls under the main features of the land. So next part will be from the climate I'll make. So till then, that take care, thank you, bye bye, and hope that you will be coming in the live classes. Okay, thank you.